I'm going to go over the weekly templates for the indices and some updates that are coming for phase 3. It's been a while. I haven't done a live up here in a second. I actually just came back from a little vacation, but I'm locked in now. Hope everybody is having a good summer. But listen, for my phase 3 community, I will be getting rid of the monthly. I'm getting rid of the monthly because people take advantage of it. And I think that I want to lock in on the people that are already in VIP so I can reach them better. And that's why I'm running Phase 3 Academy, so that people that are in different areas of their trading, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, starting from the very basics, market structure wise, all the way to Stacy's strategy, to you being able to do it on your own in a live market. So I'm going from start to finish. Entries, psychology, strategy, market structure, every single thing. We're going to have, it's going to be really interactive. It's going to be homework. It's going to be great. I think people are going to get a lot from it. But let's take a look at the indices for this week. On Monday, I would say that we had a really good opening range, right? Monday actually closed in breakout for US 30. So usually when Monday closes in breakout like this, when it's really front side, meaning you can see a lot of continuations. If we have higher highs and higher lows on the day, then when I come to the charts on Tuesday, because usually I'll start looking for trades on Tuesday, I'm keeping in mind the fact that regardless of what signal I'm getting, market structure is still in play at all times. Right? So I'm looking at the behavior of the movement on the day. And since we had put in this W, which means we failed to go lower, we then start going up. We didn't break this high until here. So now we have a break of structure, meaning we have a higher high. So I can think, okay, we have a fail, which is step 1. Now we have a break of structure. So now I can see that we are going from a downtrend to an uptrend. I have a dump after a higher high. So my next thought process is, okay, well, if I have a higher high, I need to see a higher low, which we do get here. And then we break higher and make another higher high. So my thought process, because I trade indices New York session, is I'm looking for a dump, coil, and pump trade, because I've closed in breakout and we have not really broken any higher time frame lows. So when I get to New York session, I can see that this is a clear higher high in the inside of the previous day's range. We have a dump that's happened. At that point, I'm just taking into consideration market structure, and I'm saying, okay, well, if we broke out of this high, and this is my most recent low, and I don't want to see this low get invalidated, then I know that it's going to dump, coil, and pump either at the breakout level, which is here, or at the swing low. These are my two areas: swing low, breakout level, swing high. And that's the only lines that I need. Those are the so-called blue lines. So I see a dump, coil at the breakout level, and a pump. When New York opens up, we immediately go vertical. We break out of the high. This is the 15-minute chart, so I can see there's some type of pullback here. Going to the 3-minute time frame is my entry time frame. So I'm going here. And if you can see, we have a nice pullback at the breakout level. Breakout, pullback, trend. What time is this? 9:18. This is before the market even opens. But you see market structure will remain the same. That's the sign. So once we get this higher high, we get a nice dump, coil, pump. 9:30 opens up, which is this candle right here, this huge candle that breaks out of the previous day's high, and now we get a higher high, right? We break this high. So I can see that we're really bullish. Now, what I like to see for continuations is if we're breaking outside of a previous day's high, I like to see price hold above the level, not below, above. So when I'm looking at this, all I want to see is okay, we've broken out. 930 has broken out. I need to see a pullback, right? So in order for me to see a pullback, you have to wait. You have to wait. You can't just buy here. You need to buy low. You need to buy a swing low. So I get my dump after a higher high. That's the start of a dump coil pump. I'm on the 3-minute chart. Now, this pattern is not very ideal, I will say, only because look how far you are. This was the real pattern. This is what you wanted. But when you come to the chart, sometimes the move will already happen. It will already be in effect. It will have already happened. So you kind of have to take these trades, and I consider these like low hanging fruit trades, right? The same thing as if we like, let's invert this for the people that are sellers. It would be a low hanging fruit trade, right? If we looked at it as a sell. So it's the same thing if you're buying. And sometimes people are scared of these trades, but you just have to remember I'm in a downtrend, AKA, because I inverted the chart. So if I'm looking at this, I just need this to hold. I need my lower highs to hold. Same thing as if we invert it back. I need my higher lows to hold. So once it breaks out the previous day's high, we just want to see it maintain above the previous day's high, and it does. Can you please go over today's price action on US 30? Yep. I'm just going over the weekly template, but I'm going to go over from start to finish. So this day closes as a closing breakout, right? You get a nice buy from the previous day's high or off the EMA, however you like to trade. We close and breakout on a Monday. Oh no, on a Tuesday. So we have another close and breakout, 2-day longs, right? 2-day longs above a weekly level. So what am I looking for? I needed to breach the high again. So when Wednesday opens up, 9:30 is here. 9:30, we're at the low. Am I going to sell low? No, I'm not. I want to sell high. So when 9:30 opens up, we get a nice coil below closing price, right? So we're trapping sellers below the closing price to buy low. Asia high, London low, New York just takes off. There's no structure. I was looking at this day. I missed out on this day. I actually broke even trying to trade it, which I should have just stayed out the markets. AM, yes, 9:30 a.m. Can you please go over round numbers if possible? Yeah, it's the same thing as looking at the daily levels or the monthly or the weekly. But you see how we breached the previous day's high again, and this is what people don't wait for, right? This is not an ideal pattern, but if you have a playbook, then you'll understand that first thing you need to see is a fail at a high if you're selling. A fail first. Then you need to see a break of structure. People are trying to enter here, and that's cool. That's cool, right? But do you have a lower low? You do not have a lower low. This low is higher than this low, right? This low is lower than this low. So now that I have my lower low, do you see why that to me would be a better trade? That's a better trade to me. So waiting for this is less heat than this. Getting in here. Who's entering after this candle? I would hope you wouldn't be entering after that candle. But what you need to wait for is the lower low on the inside, the pump and the dump coming from the break of structure level, the higher low that failed. So then this day closes as a first red day on US 30. Now we're on the current day, right? Everybody's looking for that pump and dump. We breached the previous day's low, Wednesday. We breached it. We pump back up. Higher time frame structure wise, look at the structure. We failed at the high and we've made a lower low. So on the day when I come to the charts, I'm looking for a pump and dump. I can see that we've broken out of this level, this low. I have Asia low. I have London high. I have a lower low in the inside. Once I see this, I'm like, okay, I'm interested in this trade because now I have a lower low in the inside of this pump. So when it pumps back up, hey, Juju, when it pumps back up, I'm looking at the high, the most recent high. We're going vertical to that high. I'm thinking a top or a M, some type of peak formation that'll lock in after it takes liquidity from these highs. When I come to the charts, which is at 9:30, I'm with my group, right? I'm trading live with my community, and I'm looking at this whole swing in particular. And I'm saying, okay, I have a swing low, I have a breakout level, and I have a swing high. 9:30 is this candle right here. We've already broken out of this swing. When we break out, we immediately break back inside. After this 9:30 candle closes, we break back in the inside and we make a lower low in the inside. That's a lower low, right? We got to close below this low. After I see this, the breakout level is my area of interest. We have now a pump. I'm looking at this level because I know that I would really only want to see sales below this breakout level. I don't want it to get back above here because that would mean that we made a higher high to dump back down to the swing low and continue to trend back up. That's why I don't want price to get back above the breakout level. When I see this, which is, does everybody know what this pattern is? I don't know if it's a morning star or evening star. It's one of those. But I always look for a pump candle, a doji candle, and a bearish engulfing candle at the level. Do you see how powerful that is? Just waiting for that lower low, the pump, the coil, and the dump. Look what it looks like on the 1 minute. That's what you want to see. If it's really an A top, if it's a real A top, it will respect that A top. You need to see a trap, lower low, shift. You're either going to get an A top or you're going to get an M. Fail, lower low, pump, coil, dump. That's it. Dr. Macula, I don't get it. Just mark up. I don't get that either. Now off. Okay. Yeah, y'all got me confused. I don't know what's going on, but failed to go lower. It just depends on what you're looking for. When I got in this trade, I was targeting closing price. When I get in trades, I'm not thinking ACB and, oh, it's a nail it. No, I'm not doing that. I'm looking at this pump and I'm saying, okay, well, if I'm going to enter somewhere in here, right, then I'm going to be targeting where the pump started. So my target was closing price. I got out earlier because I was going to breach my consistency rule. But hey, what's up? You're good, Ghost Lady. You're good. I'm good. How are you? Other than that, y'all, I honestly keep it simple. The more you try to The more you think about catching ACBs and nail and bails, because looks like a nail and bail, right? It's a nail and bail. It didn't, but you wouldn't know if it's a nail and bail until it happens. That's when you'd be like, oh yeah, it's a nail and bail. But honestly, my minimum is where the pump starts. I knew that there was going to be some type of reaction at closing price, so I was already ready to get out there anyways. But honestly, like the way that I'm trading this, I don't have to worry about that. When I get an ACB, I'm like, oh, cool. I got an ACB. That's what's up. What's your minimum RR? Why? My minimum RR is maybe like 1 to 2. I don't really do 1 to 1s. I like to do like minimum, I'm hitting 1 to 2s on a 3-minute chart. Like it's either I'm getting it on a 3-minute or the 1-minute. But yeah, US 30 paid well for me today. Did anybody else take this trade? How many pairs do you I only look at indices. US 30, SPX, Russell, NAS, German 40, gold. I only need really I only trade like 4 of those. And I only trade New York session. You did, but you didn't secure profit. Well, what were you aiming for? Previous day's close? That's some people in my community were aiming for that too. I was waiting Wednesday low. Yeah, that's previous day's close. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Previous day's low. But yeah, honestly, guys, this might happen tomorrow. Like you can aim for that, but the goal will always be to secure some profit. You have to. When I'm in these trades, do you know how crazy New York session has been? I don't know if it's just me, but New York session has been crazy to trade lately. And we cannot control what happens. Just like we don't know if it's going to go to our target or not. That's a TP based on what we think from our process. But we lose all the time. Like so my highest, like what I suggest is that you always take something off the table. Always take something off the table. You have to. That's the only way. It stops you from revenge trading. What are you being condescending about? You get confused by one sentence markup. You trade on a what day and make all kinds of vague excuses why the trade was valid. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. Look, okay, well, so how do you trade? I'm not making any excuses. Reading at the 3rd hour. So lately has been moving late after New York session times. It has. Usually I only take trades until after 10 a.m. I'm not making excuses. What the heck? People are miserable, bro. Like literally, he must have lost today. It's okay, bro. We all lose. But I'm not being vague. Check my YouTube out. If you need some help, you can check my YouTube videos out. They're pretty easy to understand. But I didn't understand what you were saying. Who trades the weekly template here Monday through Wednesday, Wednesday through Friday, signal, first red day, Tuesday, and closing breakout on Wednesday? I think everybody trades that. Like the regular pump and dump trade. That's what's on gold for the above question. Would you say that, golly, these questions coming in quick. Would you say the pump coil dump is similar to Monday? Would accumulate, wait for it to set up day 1, then Tuesday coils inside day, manipulation day, day 2, then day 3, Wednesday to distribute? It doesn't always happen like that. Like you'll get a lot of first red days and first green days that fail and could just be a pullback. Like it's first red days that work out and it's some first red days that don't work out. But that's essentially what you want to look for. Day 1 pump day, which is usually a close and breakout. day two, Wednesday. I mean, day two is usually the first red day, signal day. Day three, yeah, you need to see a breach of a daily low level either on that same day, it'll do it on the same day because this is an outside day too, or it'll do it Thursday. And it'll come in different days throughout the week. 3-day setups is different than the weekly template. That's a different. Faye's gonna ignore the negative energy. Man, I'm telling you, people be so miserable. Like, it's only good vibes over here, bro. Only pump and dump. People so overlooked, broke out on the same day. Yeah. Check gold. Man, everybody been on gold, man. Gold is okay for me. This is nice though. Y'all see this? I see this as an A top, lower low for a pump and dump. I'm pretty sure this breached the previous day's low. Yeah. This is the same thing. This is how I looked at US 30. But you see this cheap move that New York gave us today? Like London, if you was trading that during London, that was fire. Very fire. And look at the market structure. That's why nobody can tell me nothing cuz like I it literally does the same thing over and over again and it's only two variations that I'm going to look for. It's working for me. Break and retest or retest of lower highs. If you just mark your swings, swing high, swing low, breakout level, we're coiling at the swing high, making lower lows in the inside. It can't be no more simpler than that. Look where London is selling from, a lower high. Lower low, pump into a lower high, and then dump. 3 pushes, 1, 2, 3, sell. Look where New York is selling from, a lower high. Telling you. Like it really can be as simple as that. For how long have you been in the market and when did you join Stacy? I've been in the markets for over 8 years now. Been trading for over 8 years. And I've been learning the Stacy Burke strategy for maybe I would say going on like 7 months. 7 months I've been learning the Stacy Burke strategy. Crazy, right? I don't trade the Stacy Burke strategy like other people. Like I've kind of dumbed it down to as simplest as I can dumb it down to. But I think after I learned the Stacy Burke strategy, that's all I ever needed. It's probably one of the best, if not the best strategies on the internet. How to anticipate the days when the market mindlessly goes in one direction that ain't coming back. You can't anticipate it. That's like almost telling yourself how to not lose. You can't anticipate anything and you can't stop yourself from losing. And the more you focus on that, the more you won't see the progress in your trades. Because think about it, even if you anticipated it and it set up exactly textbook Stacy Burke playbook and it loses, your mind, you're gonna be asking yourself, well, everything lined up correctly. Why didn't it work out? And it's the market. So when I enter trades, I'm thinking, okay, Thursday I can get an ACB, Tuesday I can get an ACB. So when I do get an ACB, I'm not expecting it. I'm just saying, oh, okay, this was a great day to trade. And when I like took the pressure of trying to catch the ACBs and is it a nail and bail or is it not? And I'm just going off of what I see on a regular basis, then I don't want to say this, but you win a lot more. You stop worrying about all the nonsense and trying to trade like Stacy Burke and you get your own little rhythm and flow to it. And then that's it. Then you become consistent. How do you catch the ACB on Thursday? You just get in the trade. Like it depends. What's the signal the day prior? If I got a closing breakout to the downside and I'm anticipating an ACB, it just depends on how the weekly template looks. What do we do front side? What are we doing backside? Are we having 3-day longs pattern after breaking out of a weekly high? I could potentially get a ACB on Thursday. Is it the monthly hammer template where I got 1 day of longs, 2 day of longs, 3 day of longs, Thursday, ACV? It depends on what template you're looking for. It's plenty ways to get an ACB, just like it's plenty ways to get a nail and bail. But what do you see most? Do you see nail and bails more or do you see ACBs more? Y'all gotta stop focusing on the things that keep you away from trading. It's gonna be a bunch of how do you know? How did this? But how did you know that? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that the market only does three things. And it's true. And if you just apply that logic, if you go to your 15-minute chart, if you mark your swings and you tell yourself, okay, well, we broke out of here. This is my swing high and my swing low. So I know that if I'm looking for a run, because when we're looking at pump and dumps, we're trying to catch this. You're supposed to follow market structure. If you're looking for a dump and pump, isn't that pump an uptrend? Isn't that dump a downtrend? Today I lost ADP for 120 points target and finally hit the trailing stop loss at 10 points. Nas was brutal today. It's been brutal lately for indices and New York session, but you know what saved me from this trade is marking your swings before New York opens up. Do you see how we have a peak formation right here, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, we've been closing lower. From Monday, we closed in breakout, but that close in breakout failed on Tuesday. That's another key thing, right? Tuesday's possible reversal days. So you can see it fail at the high. Wednesday, we closed lower. We had a nice pump, coil, and dump. This was really hard to trade. A lot of news this day. But look what happens when we break the low again. We put in a V bottom. On the day, we're making higher highs and higher lows. If you're trying to take a sell, then you need for that market structure to go in your direction. It needs to complement your process. If I'm marking my swing low, my swing high, and my breakout level, and I'm seeing that all of my lows are staying intact, that means that buyers are still in control. So when I mark this as a swing low, swing high, breakout level, look what it's doing. 930 opens up. We've already made a higher high. We're in an uptrend. We've dumped down. I never trade the first 15-minute candle when 930 opens up. We dump down to where? The swing low, and we buy from the swing low, and we don't come back. It's not making lower lows on the inside. It's only making higher highs and higher lows. When I got on my live session, I was looking at NAS for buys and I was looking at US 30 for sells. Okay, what did you say? No one is trading an Apex level fund, and that Stacy Alex talk about. I never seen a trader have grown their trading capital and trade bigger account like an Apex in the Stacy community. Why is that after even a lot of traders for 10 years? I always say, like, look at what Stacy's doing. He was able to gather this huge community, but he's never traded live. We've never seen the process done live on the internet. So that is like the main reason. All those questions that you're asking right now, that's the main reason why I'm the type of person where if I'm not able to do it myself, then I will never believe it. And I've done it myself, but I do it in my own way. I don't believe I'm like for me, I don't really believe that people are really taking out thousands, millions of dollars. That's just my personal opinion. But I do believe that it's very easy to flip small accounts doing this. It's very easy to pass multiple funded accounts. I passed multiple funded accounts trading Stacy's strategy. So that's all I really needed to know. But if you just combine the mark, like I feel like people just skip the basics. They skip the basics and think they can do something like this and they'll be profitable within a week or so. You must have encountered DTFX, Dave Teaches. I have no clue who that is. I have no clue who that is. Nas. What else? What else? Russell. Does anybody trade Russell? Oh, wait. I said I was going to look at gold. Did I look at gold? I did look at gold. We'll look at it one more time. Gold has been interesting this week. Bitcoin. But what about that 100 lots challenge for what 100 lots challenge? Are you talking about Steven's challenge that everybody's doing? I saw that, but I don't know about 100 lot challenge. That's weird. Monday closed in breakout, inside day, outside day. Gold was crazy. When I saw this, I was like, nope, I'll stay away. 100 litmus test. I have no idea what that is. I haven't heard about it. I'll look at Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin's a nice pump and dump this week. This was nice. What was the weekly high? This was the weekly high and it broke out. Okay, look at this. Let me turn my indicator off. Matter of fact, hold on. I want to show this. Look, Stacy always says 100 lots litmus test. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of stopped watching Stacy a while ago. Like I'll catch a couple videos every once in a while, but I don't try to keep up with that as much. I just focus on what I'm doing for the most part. Bitcoin? Monday, we've closed in breakout outside of a weekly high, right? But look at how simple it really is to just say, okay, we're in an uptrend. I have my 200 EMA on the chart, so I can see we're clear front side. When we break out of the weekly high, breakout, pull back, fail. Now what do I need to see? I need to see a break of a daily level. This is a first red date. This is perfect. I don't trade Bitcoin, but wow. Bitcoin was a really nice first red day. It had a close-in breakout above a weekly high. First red day closed below the open, right? Look at the lower low right here. We broke this low, lower low. We pumped up. We're coiling at the weekly, and we get a nice sell in London. We go lower again and break a daily level low. After we break that daily low, which is usually what you want to look for on a 3-day setup. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm looking for a pump. Look at the last lower high. It's right here. And you like, this is all I'm looking for. I don't need nothing else. I know what to look for when we're talking about market structure. If it's going to go down, it needs to fail first at a high, and then it needs to break structure, pump, coil, dump, lower low, pump to the last lower high, sell, pump to the breakout level, sell. Those are the two variations that I told y'all. I don't need to, like, this is it. If you trade this way, then you're going to be catching ACBs and be like, dang, that's nice. Like it's not going to matter. From this method, wait, he revealed his friend Steven, the 10 a.m. club guy, got his channel. Yeah, I follow that too. From this method, it is best to trade the edges. You can do well with 1 or 2 good trades a week. Nah, he's not lying. He's not lying. I always tell people price tells you what it wants to do at the extremes. at the extremes. Even if you looked at it like this and you said, this is my swing low, this is my swing high, and this was my breakout level when we broke out of the weekly level. It really doesn't matter how you look at it because market structure is always going to be the telling factor. That's how you're able to see the pump and dump. Lower low, pump and dump. Lower low, pump to the lower high, dump. Lower low, pump to the breakout level and dump. Same stuff over and over again. BTC was really nice weekly template. I think that it's still probably going to keep going down tomorrow. It's got room to go back down. Bitcoin weekly time frame making lower high and lower low. Yeah, I could tell. Really nice. This might fall for a while. I got it coming back down to the weekly low. Let's go to German 40. Really good templates this week. Steven has experience written all over his face. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Look at how this week is setting up for German 40. A lot of people are scared to take buys like this, but honestly, when you see price holding above a high, a lot of the times that's what you want to see for a buy. But for the most part, this has been ranging. So the only thing that you can do is sell high and buy low. It's the only thing that you can do. If you would have just marked Monday's low and Monday's high, then you would have known what to do. Have you ever worked before 8 years of trading? Absolutely. Worked like a dog I've worked. Yes. I was working Christmas time. Christmas time, I was working at Lowe's, that home furniture store, home development store. I was working at Lowe's and I was on my last strike. They only give you like 5 days out the year where you can call out. And I was on my last strike because I have young kids, obviously, to fund. What you mean by that? To fund? But yeah, so after that, I just quit my job. I had gotten sick Christmas time and I was like, F it. This looks really good. This looks like a higher high was made here. Like, look at this. It looks like we're on the backside of this move after making a higher high because we just breached a weekly high. We've broken out, we've pulled back, and we bought. Look at the context of these signals. When you break out of a high, now all of a sudden there's a first green day at the low of the current week for a buy from closing price. It's messy, but it's there. Inside day, higher highs in the inside, dump, coil, pump. It's going to look different, but it just comes with experience. Working to fund your accounts or you didn't know trading by then? Please share skincare routine. You look 20. Oh my gosh. I'm 20, I'm 28 going on 29. I don't have a skincare routine, but I really appreciate that. But no, so how I fund my trading accounts is, well, for the most part, I was working. Like I'd put like $100. I really didn't have enough like money like that. Like I was probably making it, barely making it. So I'd throw like maybe $100, buy some prop firms, fail those. Like I was, same as everybody else. And then when I started this business, um, I just start really like after I got monetized, it helped a bit. Like YouTube doesn't pay a lot, but it helped with funding my accounts a bit. So that and then But most of the time, like most of the money that I make, I'm to the point where I'm reinvesting back into the community. Like I'm trying to do different things because the more I reinvest back into the community, the better the environment is. So now I really don't find myself investing too much into my trading accounts. I'll like buy maybe like some fundeds twice a month and then maybe flip $100 and that's it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So that's kind of what I do, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I got like it's it's crazy when you lock in on trading how fast it can change your life. And people try to rush the process all the time. They rush it. And I get it because I was one of those people that rushed it too. But just like I know it takes a long time to master this, but it really doesn't take a long time to change your life. I will say that. You could change your life in a day just by I highly suggest for people, and I just told this to my trading community, that instead of like watching a bunch of videos continuously, I need y'all to study how trends happen, downtrends happen, and how they transition to uptrends and downtrends, reversals. If you just study that, then you can do this. Like it's simple. It's simple. Silver, I heard like silver was good to people this week. We had some nice sells on silver. Silver had a nice A top at the monthly high last month. It put in an A top. So this makes sense, right, for the shift. But going into this week, because we're in a downtrend, right? This is the hour time frame. For the first 3 days, we were really like consolidating. We had a strong pump up and then we just started consolidating. So again, I was looking at this and I was like, well, it's best to not touch it because when you see inside days, sometimes it could take a while for it to develop. But as long as you're entering from the extremes, you won't have to worry about what's happening on the inside. You're going to wait to sell here at the high, or you're going to wait for a lower low. So if you would have just waited for a break of a daily level low and then look for a pump and dump, this would have been easy money. Easy money. Breakout, pullback trend. It's about waiting for it. You got to wait for it. I am so proud of you, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Y'all don't understand. Like, I would do this even if there was no type of compensation for it because it's like y'all just don't understand how blessed I feel to be able to be in the position to where people are like seeing improvement in their own trading. That's a feeling that no amount of money or past accounts can give me. Telling you. It's also nice because even before this, I was on the charts every single day. I was working overnight at Lowe's from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'd get off, get on the charts, go to sleep, take care of my kids, go back to work. Even when I'm at work, I'm studying to the point where, like, most of my jobs, I'm always in trouble because I'm constantly on my phone. But they only know me for trading. Like they know that if they see me, I'm gonna be on my phone with a chart watching a Stacy Burke video. And that's when you know, like when you're that locked in, when you're really passionate about something, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. This was a really clean though, really, really clean. Can you please tell us what you do before you can take a trade, like a pre-market checklist? I'm gonna give you the best pre-market checklist I can give you. Do not study the market pre-market. Don't even try to analyze it at all. I'm telling you, do not do it. So when I come to the charts, I'm just looking at, okay, I see what happened overnight, but I'm really not analyzing things until 9:30 opens up. Like for US 30, And a lot of the times, like, because even when you're looking at the charts, it elicits emotion out of you, right? Even if you're not taking a trade, it still elicits that emotion to, dang, that looks good. Should I get in? Just don't even analyze it until you're ready. So after nine, like before 9:30, I'm just marking my swing points and that's it. That's all I'm doing. Like I'm going to a higher time frame. If on the 15-minute, if I don't see it clearly on the 15-minute, then I'm going to the hour. But when I was on US 30, I was marking my swing highs and my swing lows and my breakout level. And that's all I really did. And I just go when 9:30 opens up, I needed to wait, right? If it's in the middle, I'm not doing anything. But if it's at the high, I'm going to my lower time frame and I'm seeing what's happening. Then I'm waiting, right? I need to see a pump. I got the pump. I got the lower low. I got my swings marked. It's really just a waiting game for me. Like you'll just see me on the live chilling for the most part. And then I'll get super locked in. Like I saw this, marked this, saw that, took the trade after the close of this candle, took it back down to here. I had to get out because of my consistency rule, but my original take profit was at closing price. And I just get out. I don't like to be in trades too long. When I'm looking at my results, I notice that my best trades I'm in for 30 minutes max. The trades I lose the most, obviously the ones that I get out of the quickest, or the ones that honestly, so the longer I hold, the better it is. But I have most of my trades, the bulk of it is like 30-minute trades. One of my childhood friends been trading for a while and he sent me to your videos. I'm trying to learn this so bad. He was really striving with your method. My guy quit his job and everything. Whoa. Stop playing. That's dope. This is the first time that I'm hearing that, but that's honestly, that's crazy, bro. And I'm telling you, like, it's those feelings that you just, it's not nothing that's no amount of money can give me a feeling like that. Like that's crazy, bro. But if you're not in the community, just come in the community. I'm about to run a program. It's called Phase 3 Academy, where I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know before you trade the Stacy Burke concept. The only things that you need to know when you're trading, when you apply it to market structure, and then the risk management and the psychology part. So if you want, you can join the community. You can book 101s with me. It's in the bio. It's in the description. But that's honestly, congrats for your friend and congrats to you, bro. And what's crazy is that the whole like how I found out about Stacy Burke, I was literally about to give up on trading because I was like, I'm not having no luck. I'm losing money. And this was right after I paid somebody $1,000 to pass a funded account for me and get some payouts. Obviously, I got scammed and I was hurt. It was like my savings and I was saving it like for my kids. It was like I felt like my back was against the wall. And then one day I come home and my husband's like, "Hey, I met this guy at work. He works at Amazon. He's like, this guy, he's trading a method called Stacy Burke strategy and he trades pump coil dump." And I'm like, "Pump coil dump? What is that?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll try it out." And so he gives me the guy's number and I'm learning. I'm like, "Whoa, this is crazy." This is crazy. So I'm like, from that point on, bro, I'm not lying. I was studying every day. I'm like, bro, this is crazy how he's doing this. And he told my husband, he was like, "I'm about to retire from my job." And we were both taken back. I'm like, we never met somebody in real life about to retire from their job from trading. And so that's what gave me like it lit a fire under me, bro. I'm like, no, I can't quit this. I can't because I'm seeing that people are literally retiring from this. And the moment that I locked in, I retired myself. I retired my husband. And now I'm just able to do what I love and sit in front of a chart for like a couple hours a day. And it's so like, it's definitely challenging, but it's rewarding, bro. It's crazy what these types of things can do for you. And I don't think it's no career out there that's better than trading, where you can do it. You can take it and put it in your phone and travel anywhere in the world and not have to worry about anything. Like it's no other career like that. Polo is right. Sometimes we can't explain to our fellow brothers. We can only refer them to you guys. That's facts. That's facts. And like I'm still trying to teach some people in my family and they just don't have the patience to. But honestly, like it's one of those careers to where you have to want it. Like you really have to want it. And you need a good reason why or it'll just become gambling. It will become gambling quick. I still think this is going to fall, y'all. I just think that it got really messy. But when I'm going to the hour time frame, the hour is still it looks good. It's just really choppy. It's just real choppy. LOL. He just got back from Thailand. We from Louisiana. What's up, Louisiana? Hey, I gotta come down there. I gotta come down there. Louisiana is on my bucket list. That's dope though. That's dope. How was Thailand? I hope that was fun. I gotta get out this summer. What else can we look at? We looked at US 30. Did we look at Nas? Did we look at the weekly template for Nas? No, we didn't look at the weekly template for Nas. Nas was cool too, y'all. Like overall, do you see how it's buying from this low, this swing low? We're overall bullish, right? This is the hour time frame. Look what we did. We made a higher high, we dumped back down, we got to the swing low and we bought. You just apply this logic to any time frame and you will be just fine. Promise you. What people do is they run with what they think is going to happen more than what is actually happening. They think that when they hop on the charts, they're supposed to, they think about something and they're like, okay, I think it's going to do this. And then they're like trying to make every excuse for why they think it should happen like this when the price is showing you something completely different. Oh, I got to do SPX. First red days doesn't mean 3 days of falls dumping back to where pump started. So 3 days of rise and fall is just, it's like the same thing as if you were looking for a 3 day long and a 3 day short. It's the same thing. That's how I would think about it. So no, first red days is you'll see a pump day, you'll see a first red day, and you'll see a first red day trade. But the easiest way I can tell you is you need to see a close and breakout above a weekly level or at a weekly level. You need to see some type of trap at that weekly level, whether it's up high or down low, because the first red day is the trap above a daily high, right? Then we get a close below the open after a close and breakout. And then the next day, you want to really see the breach of the daily level low, right? So we didn't get a breach of a daily level low until the end of the day. We got a little pump and dump, but it wasn't really nothing. And then we had news come out this day, but look where it's selling from, the highs, right? So in a picture perfect scenario, just like how we looked at EuroCAD, I think it was EuroCAD, where it had that really good first red day. Let's look at SPX. Is it always, wait, I think most people problem is financing of funding accounts and wanting that quick money. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. They want that quick money, but they don't want to lose though. They don't want to lose. They're scared to lose. Fear is going to be people's number one enemy. Look at SPX. This was a terrible day to trade for SPX. On what time frames? Oh wait, is it always the previous weekly level or current weekly level? It's, I never use the current weekly level, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't use the current weekly level because it's too subjective. I don't know what is going to lock in that weekly high or that weekly low, that current weekly high and low, until I see some type of peak formation form. And I've noticed that price, I see the best first red days. Like if you go to the daily time frame and you look at where first red days and first green days happen, mark your lows, mark your swing lows, and then you'll know that, okay, maybe I should go off of not really hindsight, but like previous levels. Go off of previous levels more because those hold more weight. When I feel like when I'm trying to guess the current week's high and low, it's just a guess. So I always go off of your previous levels. That's going to be your safe bet there, honestly. So, I mean, not to say that it won't work at the weekly high or low, but then again, you have to know. You have to know. So, let's see. On what time frames do you look for your setups? Not entries, but setups. 15-minute time frame. It's either going to be the 15-minute or it's going to be the hour. It depends on what swings I see the clearest. If my swing isn't clear on the 15-minute, I'm going to go up a time frame. SPX was good too for this week, kind of like Nas, where you have the closing breakout above a weekly high, and then the inside day, which is a first red day, closing breakout, first red day trade, right? So we don't really get our trade until after hours, which is sadly FOMC took our trade. But you get the break of the daily level low, the pump and dump, right? Lower lows, pump, pump up to the previous daily level low, or you can say the breakout level, whatever you want to say, and then we dump. But always the lower lows are going to start your trade. This day just wasn't a good day to trade. It was a lot of news coming out. Perfect example for first red day, AUD USD yesterday. AUD USD. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. We got a closing breakout that peaked above a weekly level, but as you can see, look who's trapped. Buyers above that weekly level. Then we have a day where we actually, I don't know if we breached that previous daily level low. It looks like we did a little bit, but this day actually closed below the open. It looks more like just a coil, but if you zoom out, you can see that we have a pump and a dump. Pump up to the weekly. It's not, you got to zoom in a little bit. What's this, the 5 minute? Yeah. Okay. First red day, close below the open. The next day, see this one right here, I wouldn't like. The only thing that I do like about it is the fact that we sold from the high of day, the current high of day. So there was a sell up high, but look at how hard it is to catch that. You're not entering here unless you just press the button. So what I had been looking for, what I would have been looking for is this trade right here after it breached the daily level low. And that's where I would have felt comfortable. This is a lot more time to enter rather than entering here. So, but then again, it was a day where news came out, so it wasn't the best day to trade. I wouldn't call it the best first red day, but it's definitely a first red day that I would rather take than some. Like the first red days that are large in range, I always think those are pullbacks. For sure. For the day, even today, we have a day that broke a daily level low and closed in breakout. So again, with these types of days, close and breakouts are the easiest signal days. Why? Because you already got the hard part. You've broken out. It's only two things that's going to happen. You're going to break out, pull back, fail, and reverse, or you're going to break out, pull back, and trend. So when we're looking at AUD USD, I don't know if you're trading it New York or Asian. Looks good right now, doesn't it? That look good. But this is what I'm seeing, right? So if we broken out of the low, then what can I expect? I can expect a pullback. So in Asia session, we're pulling back. Now we're making higher highs and higher lows. And the inside of the previous day's range, we're pumping up after a lower low, right? We're still bearish, but look at the breakout level. So let me erase this for a second. Does everybody see that we've broken out of this low? Breakout. This is a full swing, right? Breakout, pull back. Now we're hitting the breakout level, which is right next to the close-in breakout level, the level we broke out of. And now all of a sudden, We were going up. We're pumping up. I'm looking for an opportunity to sell. The first thing I need to do is see what? A fail first and lower lows in the inside. So London opens up and we're pulling back, right? So at this point, I'm not thinking bearish. I'm thinking we're still bullish. We're not breaking any lows. We get back up to the high and we fail at the high. We fail to go any higher and we start breaking back down. So I'm looking at this. I have my step one, which is a fail. And then all I need to see is a break of a low, a lower low. This isn't a lower low, but if it breaks this low, then it will be a lower low. So I'm on my 3-minute time frame looking for entries. I can see that zooming in on this structure that we did break a low. We have candles that's closed below this low. So now what am I looking for? I know that we just failed at the high and I know that we just made a lower low. So now I can look for a pump and dump. After the lower low, it pumps back up to where? The high, the swing high. And then we get an engulfment candle. Now, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for it to go back below the EMA. As soon as you see candles printing below the 20 EMA, you're safe to enter. Don't take crosses. Take candles that close well below the 20 EMA. And the more volume in the market, the farther away from the 20 EMA. That's how you know that bears are in the market, because these candles have a decent distance away from that 20 EMA. Lower low, pump and dump. Peak formation is locking in a lower high. That's what I'm looking for. So this would have been a nice trade that I would have entertained, right? Nice sell back down to the low. I would have probably been targeting this, but what's important, right? Because again, people take TPs and stop losses so seriously. Like, price is just supposed to respect that. What you're supposed to do is protect your capital. That's it. I don't really know how to use the EMA. How you use the EMA, you use the EMA strictly for entry. You use it for entry, nothing else. The EMA is only to be used on the 5-minute, the 3-minute, or the 1-minute. And what you're doing is when you see the lower low, so you're on the 15, right? I'm giving you the full process. You're on the 15-minute chart. You're waiting for a sign to sell after we've made a lower low from a closing breakout. I'm looking for a continuation trade. We pull back to the low we've broken out of, right? We put in a double top. If we're going up and I'm trying to sell, I need to see a fail first. After we fail, where I need to see a lower low. Once we make that lower low, I need to see a pump. It's going to pump into a high, into a peak formation. Once this happens, I'm looking for engulfments or pin hammers at swing highs or at a breakout level. Once that happens, then I'm looking to sell back below the 20 EMA. Pump after a lower low, dump. When that dump gets back below the 20 EMA and you have candles closing well below, you enter. Remember, when you're entering these trades, you should not see much heat. You're trying to catch expansions, runs, meaning that my trades are either going to be uptrends or downtrends. That's how you have to think about it. If I see a dump and I'm trying to take a pump, look what happens first. Look what happens first. The fail. And then what else happens after that? We get the higher high, right? This high is higher than this high, right? Higher high. Where are we dumping to? We're making a higher low now to go higher because we're trying to catch the expansion. We've now reversed at the low. Does the EMA have a setting? 20 EMA. That's it. But this is all part of my indicator. All of this is attached to my indicator. These little vertical lines are my power windows for each session block. It's a lot of stuff up here. But yeah, AUD was a really good trade. It still looks like it's going to. I got it coming back down to here. But look at this one, right? Look at how we try to break out of this high. And then what do? We break back in the inside. Now what I want to see? I want to see a break of a low. We have now made a lower low to continue to make a lower high to continue back lower. It should not get back up here. After you get the lower low, you're looking for the pump and dump. That's it. And I'm only looking for two variations. So I'm either going to sell from the breakout level or I'm going to sell from a lower high. And it's going to look different. It's not going to look the same. Look, this one's uglier. It's not as appealing as most pump and dumps, like trap and shift wise. Because this I see this as an A top. So it's not really appealing to the eye, but the process still stays the same. And if you just think about the levels more than the candles, it makes it a lot easier to trade. Don't think about entering the candles, think about the levels. The levels. Look at London for AUD USD on Tuesday. After we break this, breakout, pullback, fail, W pattern at the low. Now what do I need to see? I need to see a break of structure. Now we have a higher high. Now my timing window is open. Higher high, dump back down to where? The break of structure, engulfing candle above the 20 EMA, take the buy. New York opens up. I am in an uptrend. Where is my swing high and swing low? This is my swing low. This is my breakout level. And this is my swing high. We have a higher high being made that has actually breached the current high of day. We dump back down to the low. After we dump back down to the low, we shift in structure to continue back up. And then we get trapped up in a range. We get back to this high and it fails. It continues to fail. But do you see how this works? It makes sense when you do it like this. Structure gets a little easier. Look where it's buying from on Monday. Lows. Just be patient and wait for it. You have people buying here and selling here. That's it. That's literally it. What else is there? Let me do. Let me go back to Nas. I might take a trade tomorrow. I only need 500 and I passed my funding, y'all. Ever since I started trading futures, it has made my trading so much better. So much better. I got a feeling that we're going to buy tomorrow. I have a higher high now in the inside of this dump. After breaking out of here and pulling back to the weekly high to continue. And this goes back to that video I have out on the closing breakout weeks. Closing breakout, breakout, pullback, continuation, dump, pump. The weekly highs and the weekly lows tell you a nice story too. Don't sleep on those. You really, if you can read that, you won't even really need the daily time frame. Be honest. We caught some really good trades this week. So just going over what I'm going to be, let me show you guys my Discord for the people that are thinking about it. Let's see. All right. So, in the general, obviously the general is free. You can get in there for free if you have any questions. Please, there's a lot of scammers. So if y'all see scammers, I'm not going to DM you first. Neither is De Niro. So I have a channel in here called DM the Real Q Savage. Where is it at? Right here. This is where you can message me if you have any questions. You can avoid those people in your DMs trying to scam you. But other than that, the Phase 3 Academy, this is going to be the channel for it. So when you sign up, it's going to send you straight here. As you can see, there's already a lot of people that's participating. I'm only allowing 10 slots if you're not in VIP. So once those 10 slots fill up, regular, like general public will not be able to get in because I want it to be as intimate as possible. As intimate as possible because I want to reach as many as I possibly can. If you are a VIP member and you did like this message, I'll be reaching out to you to see if it's going to be a great fit. Obviously, I think it is, but again, you have to be interactive so that I'll be able to help you more and understand what it is that we need to fix in your trading. So, again, we'll be going over a lot of things. Like if we go to the general chats, there's going to be I would say about maybe 5 modules. It's going to be market structure and trends, Stacy Burt concepts, entries and trade management, psychology, risk management, and then we're going to build you a trading plan, like an actual trading plan. And also, I was telling people who joined on my live in the Discord that whoever is going to take this really seriously, I have an indicator that I'm willing to give up. It's a peak formation indicator, which I'll show you guys how it works. I'm going to be giving that to people once they graduate and we like they're comfortable with what they've learned and they're able to go off on their own. I'm going to send you off with a peak formations indicator as well. um to be your student is a one-time fee or subscription. So there's I had a lifetime plan out, but that sold out. But there's monthly if you're getting in on VIP, but if you just want to do the Phase 3 Academy, it's a one-time fee. For Phase 3 for the 10 slots, it's a one-time fee. But if you're in VIP, then you get it. It's included. You don't pay anything at all. It's for free. So it just depends on how you want to get in. I have a yearly, but I'm getting rid of my monthly. That's another thing that I want to announce. My monthly will no longer be a thing. I have way too many people that's taking advantage. And like I said, people don't realize that because what they'll do is they'll buy it for a month and then they'll cancel because they can't afford it. And then they'll report it so that they can get a refund. And when you report it, they'll kick me off depending on how many reports I have. So I have to cut monthly. So July 1st, that will be the day where I'm getting rid of monthly. It'll just be the yearly. And then when I do the pop-ups for the lifetime sales. Other than that, anybody who's already in monthly, you're grandfathered in unless you just cancel. But I got to get rid of monthly for now so I can get my reports down because people like to buy stuff they can't freaking afford, bro. Seriously. Other than that, like that's pretty much what we'll be going through. It's modules to this. It's going to be on everybody's pace. There's going to be recordings, and I'm going to hold you accountable to everything because we're not making excuses in Phase 3. We're not making no excuses. So I'm going to assign homework for every single module. And if you don't have that done, then you will not be able to attend live. You'll get the recording, but you won't be able to participate in the live until I can see that you did it, because that's the only way that I'm going to know that you're grasping the concepts and you're not just sitting. Like it's people that just sit in the Discord. So nah, we going to get interactive. And I'm going to make sure that I help people pass funded accounts and just get people profitable, because I feel like that's the point. You join these Discords so that you can get some type of like, you know, progress within your journey. So I'm just going to go really hardcore with my VIP members and my academy. And we finna really like, work it out. We finna get it going. Gonna get y'all passing these accounts because it's really simple. I really feel like it's just mostly mindset, but it is what it is. But other than that, there's a lot of resources. Like a lot of people take these for granted, like these signal channels. These signal channels, all you don't even have to have a playbook if you didn't want to, because there's a bunch of information in every single signal channel. First green day, inside day, goes in breakouts, 3-day setups, like it first free cash Fridays, 3-day longs, trap and shift, ACB Thursdays. There's a lot of stuff in here that people don't take note of. The one-on-ones, I'm always throwing huge sales on those. And then obviously it's the indicator, which is constantly being updated. But let me show you, I want to show you guys the phase 3 peak formation indicator that I've been working on. And what this is going to do is help people see it better. So you see how I have these boxes. These are 8-hour boxes, and it just shows you peaks, peak formations. It's like programmed to show it to you. So if you got a peak formation high and then you got a peak formation low, then you should already be knowing which direction that you're trading away from. Peak formation high, you're trading away. Peak formation low, you're trading away. Peak formation high, peak formation low, dump, coil, pump template. So I just like, it just helps you see the peak formations easier. So you know peak formation low, peak formation high, pump and dump. I think this will help. This will help some people. I need to get this needed. So yeah, I think this will help people. Peak formation low, peak formation high, 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 boom. Like it just helps you see the peaks better. That's all it really does. It's 8-hour blocks. This is it's going to be updated too. So I'm excited about this one, honestly. Peak formation high, peak formation low, higher high, dump and pump. Peak formation low, peak formation high, lower low, pump and dump. Peak formation high, peak formation low, no higher high. This is more like a trap and shift. But you see the failed breakout? Hello. This is what I will be awarding my students when they finish the academy. They're going to love it. I'm going to be updating it, adding it, making it more visually appealing. But this is going to be exciting too. Where is the pricing? So if you go on the description for this video, you're going to see this isn't, you can't buy this separately. This is like, it's something that I kind of just threw in there to give people incentive. Like I was just working on it. I was like, why not? It's decent enough for people to use it and get some value from it. So it's something I'll be giving away for free for the academy students. But if you want to join the academy, just click the links in the description. Are we supposed to be looking at a chart or the Discord? Oh, shoot. Y'all can't see the chart? Can you see it now? Let me know. Let me know if y'all see it. Y'all should be able to see it. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a nice one. It just helps it helps you see them a lot better, a lot better. Now, like what I'm working on is for it being able to point out entry points. Like I feel like if I can just do entry points, this will be fire. I do it all. I do it all. Anybody got any questions before I get off about the academy and whatnot? Again, I'm gonna say it one more time. Monthly will not be here come July. So if you want monthly, You got to get it now. Otherwise, you're going to have to either pay annual or wait for a lifetime spots to get in VIP at that point. Once I lock in on my members, that's it. I already got a lot. I got a lot of people. A lot. Now it's time for me to lock in on those people that locked in on me. It's time. Yeah, I can see this going up. I can see this going up tomorrow. I see the higher high now. This is going to close and break out for sure. 324. Do you share your trades on Discord? Yeah. Like when I'm trading, the only time I really trades is on live. So they're seeing me place, well, they don't see me place trades on my account. Like I trade on my account on my phone. How I'll do it is like I'll be trading on my phone, but like I'll be live and they'll see my trading view. So I just place trades on my phone. But I share when I'm getting in trades, when I'm out. Like I post if I'm getting in trades in my VIP community. I share when I lose, when I win, that type of stuff. Now, as far as like you expecting like TP here, stop loss this, and then go to like I don't do all of that. I don't do the specifics. I just tell you when I'm getting in, when I'm getting off. Let's lock in, then we'll pay for membership soon. Yes, sir. I will be looking forward to seeing you in the community and welcome to the family, bro. We in this. We in it to win it. But yes, I will also be doing that too. Like, I really wanted to do this because I just started a Lucid account and I'm already about to pass it. And I guess I'll buy another one and I want to be able to trade this the way that I'm trading and be able to post all of my trades and my entries. So that's what I'm going to be including in the academy as well. Like I'm going to be including my trades and letting people see exactly when when I'm taking the trades, what trade idea it is, what the signal is, how much I profited, how much I lost. They're going to be able to see all of that. I'm going to make a channel so they'll be able to follow along. So, okay, so what to do to be your student? You have to go on in the description on this video. There's going to be a WAP links. Just sign up for VIP. You can either do monthly or you can do annually. And once you do that, you'll be locked in. All right. But just know that if you do monthly right now, you won't be able to get monthly later on because I'm getting rid of it. So it's either you're going to do monthly right now and stick with monthly, or you can do yearly, or you can just pay, or you can just pay for the academy. It's up to you. You can book a one-on-one with me. And there's options where maybe you just want the indicator. So it's whatever you want to do. But the link is in the description. Oh, yeah. Let's look at gold for a second. I'm excited. I'm excited about tomorrow. Gold is falling. It is falling. And you can also with this, you can also see which peak formation it's working. It's working the peak formation high. And then you would have also known trading that this was an A top, trap and shift. Manifesting a free prop firm account from you. Hey, I do that maybe not all the time, but it's frequently that I do that. It's actually about time for another giveaway. If I really think about it, it's been a while since I've given away an account. I should do it right now, shouldn't I? Should I give away a 50K account? I'll tell you what, for the next person, if a person buys a yearly, I'll give away if a person buys a yearly, I'll probably give away a 100K account. That's a fair trade. That's 100K. Just join the academy. Let's go. Whoo, they ready. They ready. Hey, he's woke. He's woke. Let's get it, bro. I'm pumped for this week. I ain't gonna lie. I had a really good trading week this week. This was really freaking nice. Yeah. All right. I gotta give you, bro. Join DM me on Discord. I think you're the first person that joined. I gotta shoot you a little something, bro. DM me on Discord on the Real Q Savage channel. That was real support right there. Do a 25K account each week in the academy. Yeah, okay. Then they'll only be joining the academy because I'm giving away accounts, bro. It's not enough. Just join. Yeah. Uh, 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 Yep, DM me. Y'all work fast. Dang. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. All right, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, yeah, y'all DM me. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. I'm excited to have y'all. We're gonna have a great time and we're gonna learn some stuff. We're gonna get them fears. Like we finna really tackle what it is. We finna really get y'all profitable. This is a really good first red day too. Yeah, but it's locked off after you meet 10. Huh? What you mean, Eric? You mean like 10 like for people? For the general? Yeah. One day I'm gonna join the academy too. You got to, man. You should. Or something. Whatever works for you, bro. Whatever works for you. I'm always gonna be doing the videos. I'm always gonna be posting content. This looks absolutely amazing. I got gold going down to here, bro. Gold's going there. Gold looks really freaking good. Sales for gold tomorrow. Sales for gold. Sales for gold tomorrow. This looks beautiful. Are the futures open tomorrow? Is it a holiday? No, it's not a holiday. Right today? No, tomorrow? I thought it was Saturday. Damn it. Oh, it is a holiday. Damn. Never mind. I don't know if futures is open tomorrow. Monthly VIP. That's a bet. That's a bet. I look, it had to be the yearly for you to get that 100K. But it's okay. I still got something for you. Just DM me. 10, 20. Oh, yeah, yeah. For the academy for general. For general, there's a cap on it. 10 people. I'm gonna do it like program by program. So after everybody graduates from the first academy, then I'm gonna run another one. I'm gonna run another one. But I wanted to cap like for the people that are already in VIP, like you have to like the message. And I'm gonna like, and then once July happens, I'm gonna cap it at that. So if you didn't like the message, I'm giving you 2 weeks. If you don't like it, you're not gonna be in the academy. Because I want it to be I don't want people to just freely come in and out of it. Juneteenth, yeah. Damn, y'all. Maybe I'll look Asia session. Asia session, we might get some sales on gold. So I might look for Asia session trades. But I don't know if I'm gonna trade tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holiday. I probably won't trade tomorrow. It looks really good though. We've just broken the weekly close and we just made another lower low. So we're gonna see what gold offers um 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 tomorrow or later tonight. I'm in the academy. Hey, you already know you was in the academy. Yeah, it's going to start Monday, July 6th. Monday, July 6th. And the first module is going to be on market structure. I'm already doing the outlining for it and everything. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. I know you're not playing. He's serious. He's serious. Y'all watch out. Y'all going to see him on the streets. He's about to be big. What's MSG? What message? I don't know if it's RHO though. Wait, that's a bank though. Hold on, y'all. All right. Anybody else got any other questions before I get off? I hope this helped. As far as the announcements, I'm going to keep announcing it. I'll do another announcement next week because next week will be the last week before the monthly's going. Other than that, it's Gucci. This looks really freaking good. I got it going all the way back down to here to continue that downtrend like it's been doing. Because look, we've closed in breakout. This was a week that closed in breakout. Look what happened front side, back side, breakout, pullback, trend. Taking this off. Don't that just look like a sale from market that's already going down? That's pulled back. That's coiled at the weekly low. Putting back on the levels. It's clear. We'll see you. We outside. We definitely outside. This is nice. And when you go to the daily, there's still room. Removing this. Yeah, look at the daily. This was just a simple pullback to not only, this is a monthly low too. Break out of a monthly low, pull back to the monthly low, and then we get a first red day from the monthly low. We are selling. We're under the 20 EMA on the daily, and we've broken underneath the 200 EMA on the daily. The next level I see it getting to is this one. And we got plenty of room. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. All right, y'all. I'm off of this. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to see y'all in the Discord. I'm going to hit whoever hit me up on WAP. I'm going to get right back to you after I close this out. Other than that, I got a video dropping tonight. I'll see y'all on the next live. I'm going to drop this live tomorrow. All right. Peace. Y'all have a great day.